You said you was born in 96.
No, 95.
Oh, you were born in 95.
Mm-hmm.
So you was only,
I was 6 years old when he went away too.
You were 6 years old when he caught his final case. Okay. And what do you remember of them telling you, hey, your dad is in jail?
Okay, so he went to jail, I believe it was in 2002. It was either the end of 01 or 2002. But his trial wasn't until 07. So that whole time he was in limbo waiting the whole process and everything like that. When I was in 07, when he actually went to trial, I was older. So like me and him was talking a lot more then. You know, I was understanding a little bit more then. So in 07, when he was actually on trial, like I kept asking like people like to take me to the trial, but they didn't really want to take me out of school to go to the trial though. But like all of my family was there.
Okay, so you wanted to go and be there.
Yeah.
And that would have been a good look because it's always good to have
family members,
family there.
Especially your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in hindsight that you know, who knows what that could have did potentially for him.
Oh yeah, you always have your family there, especially kids.
No, his family was there. I just wasn't there.
But
like his sisters, friends, cousins, uncles, like the family was there. He had a lot of support.
Okay. Now, I watched the video of you having a debate with
Zip
with the Drip.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Zip with the Drip. Shout out China Mac.
Now, Zip with the Drip, he's a little older than you, right?
Yeah, I think Zip is in his 40s.
Yeah, and I was wondering why is he debating with you about who was the bigger guy on the streets? I watched it and I was a little cringy to me to see this older guy debating with you about your dad. You know, just your dad was already who your dad is.
You said you was cringy because it was an older guy debating?
Yeah.
I mean, but I feel like any conversation with me, if you sit with and talk to me for more than 5 minutes, it's probably gonna wind up being a debate. Like I'm just passionate about how I feel and how I move and what I think. So if I encounter somebody else that's passionate about what they think, and they standing on their square and I'm standing on my square, it's gonna turn into a debate. That's what life is about. Life is about, you feel me, different perspectives and different debates. So I don't really feel like it was cringy.
Well, he was trying to give Big Meech the top position.
Yeah.
And push your father a little bit lower.
It's a little subjective. I feel like a lot of people base their opinion on how much money Meech made. So they equate money to status when it's really not all about money. It's about your influence, it's about your vision, it's about your business acumen, it's about the people who you influence, it's about more than just money. But I think his stance was Meech made more money, he more legendary. But you know, like I said, it's all subjective.
Well, they say Freeway Ricky Ross from out here in LA made more money than all of them combined. You know, $1 million a day.
I think that might have been blown out of proportion a little bit too. Like I feel like the media see something, and then to create their story, to make their story more interesting, they'll put more sauce on it and just blow it more out of proportion. Because I've read things that I know for a fact that wasn't true, but I read it in the media about family members, about anybody. Like I just know. So the media likes to create a story and a narrative to push their agenda.
I think the police feed the media misinformation. The media run with it. You know.
I don't think Rick Ross is making $1 million a day.
Well, according to the feds, in 1 year he made $300 million. So
I don't believe that.
You know,
I don't believe that. In a year? Come on, I don't believe that.
$300 million.
You don't think that a guy made $300 million would get out the game if he made that in a year?
Say that again?
I said you don't think if a guy made $300 million in a year that he would get out the game?
Well, shoot, the Mexican cartel dudes, they make more than that.
Yeah, but he black though. You feel me?
Yeah. He actually did get out the game at the end, and then he.
If I made $300 million in 1 year, bro, I'm out of the game, bro. You a fucking moron if you stay in the game longer than that. You made $300 million, bro. What you trying to make? $300 billion? Like.
I think all these guys are motivated by greed. I don't think anyone in the game has.
At the time he was at the time when he was hustling, which was the 80s and the 90s, correct?
Yep.
$300 million, bro, that might be $800 million in today's time, or $500, $600 million in today's time. Why wouldn't you want to get out the game? That's retarded.
Well, what's your cutoff to get out? How much would you have to earn to get out the game? Because I think all drug dealers have surpassed an amount of money that you could live for the rest of your life with.
300 million, bro.
What about 100 million?
I'm cool with 50 million.
Oh, I know about 100 drug dealers made way more than 50 million and still stayed in the game.
Yeah, that just goes to show you their mentality and their mind frame. I mean, we're not gonna never say that drug dealers are smart either. You get what I'm saying? Like, they might be able to lead men, they might be able to make money, but just because you're able to make money don't mean you're smart either.
So what were the estimates that they said your dad made when they went to court?
I think they were saying something like, it might have been maybe 10 million a week, I think. Something like that, 10 million a week or some shit like that. Maybe $1 million a week, something like that.
Okay, let's say $1 million a week. In a year, that's 50 million. That's a lot of money, especially in those
in the
years.
80s and yeah.
And I don't think your dad was thinking of ever getting out the game at that point.
I mean, we don't know what he was thinking because he was an entrepreneur too. He had businesses, he had laundromats, he had hair salons, he had cab stands. Like, he was making movies. So I mean, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm sure he aspired to be more than a drug dealer. He was more than just a street figure, I think.
Definitely. What I thought was interesting is when he came home the first time, he did want to get into the entertainment, and he linked up with Irv Gotti.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and shot the movie.
They shot that movie.
Crime Partners.
And what do you know of their relationship back then, and what the future plans were?
I mean, like, when people ask me questions about my father, like about his life and about his friends and stuff like that, like, you gotta remember, like, I wasn't really there to really know the intricate details of it, but you know, him and Irv was like very, 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 very close. They was best friends. Like, he was in Irv's line of best men at Irv's wedding. So like, but my father, you know, Irv said out his own mouth that Preem was ambitious. He had a lot that he wanted to accomplish, a lot that he wanted to do, and he wanted to help him as a friend. Like, yo, you my man, you my right hand man, you my brother. I'm gonna help you do whatever you gotta do. So kudos and shout out to Irv for seeing somebody that he knew had a vision, and he helped him with his vision. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that have money or that's in position, they'll hear God talking about these ideas and they won't help them facilitate the ideas. Irv was helping him facilitate all his ideas. So, you know, you gotta salute, and Chris too, you gotta salute and shout out to Irv for even helping him, you know, making his dreams come true, accomplishing his goals.
Now, it was crazy that the feds charged him and his brother, took it to trial,
and beat it.
That case, man.
Beat it. They got 98% conviction rate,
Yeah.
and Irv and his brother took it. Like, you can't get no more thorough than that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what was you thinking back then when you saw these guys took it all the way and won the case?
Well, like I said, a lot of the stuff now that I'm older, I can talk better on it now because I'm more aware and I have more knowledge and information. So that's tough, bro. Like, it don't get, like, in the industry that they're in, it don't get no more realer than Irv and Chris. In the entertainment business, it don't get no more realer than them. They was fighting a real case. That wasn't a fake case. That wasn't nothing that was staged. That wasn't nothing that was like it wasn't a movie. It wasn't a movie script. It wasn't a movie. That was real life. They was really facing real time, and they really stood like strong, solid men. Niggas in the street don't even do that, and they industry dudes, and they did that. You get what I'm saying? So it don't get no realer than them in the industry, bro.